And we are now live on air. Hi guys, welcome to another Hearts Hour guest speaker slot that we do every Monday, 8:30 to 8:45. It's 15 minutes of business info when you get to meet a Hertfordshire business person and they're going to tell you a bit about one particular subject, and it is so helpful. Okay, and today we have Matt Cooper from Nimbus Hosting, and Matt, say hello.
Hello, hello.
And we have Dawn as well, who's the other half of Hearts Hour. I'm Toby, and say hello, Dawn. And Matt, we're going to dive straight in because we don't have a lot of time. And Matt, tell us a bit about Nimbus Hosting.
Okay, so I'm Matt Cooper. I'm the marketing manager here at Nimbus Hosting. We've been working in the web hosting industry for about 15 years now. We offer cloud hosting for small, medium and large businesses. Essentially, we run the computers and servers that your websites are on and make sure they're online and fast and available 24/7, 365.
Excellent. Okay, so the process we follow on our guest speaker evenings is we have questions that come in on our Twitter account, and they're things that people want to know about the particular business that we're dealing with. So, Dawn, what's the first question on the Twitter messages?
The first question is, question 1 is around email platforms. Which should I choose, Matt?
Well, as I'm sure most of all of the Hearts Hour businesses know, email is absolutely vital to business operation these days. From yesteryear, where it was just kind of a nicety and some way of sending documents, that sort of thing, now it's become the real heartbeat of your business. So basically, there's lots of platforms out there. A lot of people use their web hosting account to have their email on it. But the truth is that nowadays, people like Google Apps and Office 365 offer such amazing functionality, collaborative work between your team members, calendars, that sort of thing, but also the spam filtering as well. It's become a real issue around email, that your inbox has to be concise and the information you need it to be, because, as I say, it's the heartbeat of your business. So it's good to keep that down to as smaller spam amount as at all possible. So yeah, really, Google Apps or Office 365, they're really easy to set up, really easy to use, and obviously you get the whole infrastructure behind them as well.
Great.
That's great.
Question 2 is, what questions should I ask when looking for a new hosting company?
Okay, so the hosting market is very saturated in itself. So the things that really define a good web host are the support, what infrastructure they've got around them. So do they use their own kit? Are they just reselling another bigger hosting company like Rackspace, that sort of thing? We at Nimbus have all our own hardware and we use our own data center in North London. And questions, ring them up, speak to their support department. There's nothing stopping you from ringing up a hosting company and just having a chat to one of their support guys, because then you get round, probably doing myself out of a job slightly here, but you get round that marketing department layer and you can actually get to the people who you're actually going to be speaking to on a daily basis, rather than someone who you just ring to set up your account and just for account management purposes and that sort of thing. Other questions to ask are, where are the data center? Because particularly with SEO these days, the location of your website in terms of its physicality is becoming much more important, and also for speed as well. So if you've got an e-commerce site or anything like that, it's really important that's in the UK or as close to your target market as possible.
So location of data center and
get to know their support team really, and the infrastructure there too.
Thank you.
So if the location of the data server is really close or really far away, what difference is that what difference does it make?
First of all, if for example there's a lot of hosting companies in America, if your primary target market is in the UK, particularly if you've got a site that's e-commerce or that sort of thing, it can have an impact on the speed. So actually how fast it is to browse via your website, because all the requests are having to go right the way across the Atlantic and then back again. But also, as I say, for Google actually take it into consideration. You can fix that via web tools, but that kind of needs a bit more developed knowledge and something that you'd need to speak to a web developer about to get that side of things sorted. But generally, yeah, they do see it as if your site is hosted in the UK, you're going to get the benefit of the SEO in the UK.
Right. Okay, Dawn. We had another question, didn't we, on the Twitter there?
Yeah. Do you want to ask that one? Because I'm still doing the continuation of that, and that last point that you just went about. If it's hosted in the UK, it's you get the SEO benefit as well. Question 3: why should I change to store my data in the cloud?
Okay, so basically, there's different types of web hosting depending on the size of your business, really. I'm sure you've seen the packages on the TV, that sort of thing, where you can get web hosting for £3–4 a month. That's essentially shared hosting, which is where they put thousands of clients onto one physical server. We're essentially the next step up from that. We offer cloud hosting, which is where you get your own allocated memory and disk space and bandwidth. The two crucial factors there. The memory, that's actually how much traffic your website can process. So the more memory you've got, the more traffic it can handle. And the disk space. So no one else can encroach on your disk space. And so you know that all your web files are secure to your site.
Okay. So when you've got your space in the cloud, are you able to access it from lots of different computers, or do you have to have just access it from your home computer?
Yeah, absolutely. All of our servers come with a control panel, so you can access essentially the back end to your hosting from anywhere in the world. You know, if you go on holiday and something breaks, you can sign in from there, no problems, on your mobile phone these days. But yeah, absolutely, it just means that infrastructure is there to be able to handle traffic and everything that today's websites need to, really.
Okay, and with your hosting, do you provide any other business services that are attached to your packages?
Really, we like to focus in on what we're good at, to be honest with you, and that's making sure that your website is up and available and fast 24/7, 365. We work with all sorts of web platforms, so a lot of people have their sites built on WordPress these days, so we kind of get to know the platforms behind the sites as well, which helps with obviously the ever-changing technology front, as it were. We can quickly diagnose problems. Even though we're not developers ourselves, we can usually point you in the right direction if there are any issues. But it just helps to have that all-round knowledge, really. But as I say, we do like to focus in on what we're good at, and that's helping businesses stay online. We've got e-commerce sites that are turning over millions of pounds a year on our servers, so any downtime at all is going to cost them a lot of money very quickly.
Is it safe to put your data in the cloud?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's only as strong as you know, your passwords and the infrastructure that's there. But certainly, if you've got a reputable web host that you trust, then absolutely, it's definitely safe.
Yeah, because a lot of people do struggle with that aspect, don't they? Do you think that's potentially the biggest barrier to businesses, the fact that they don't necessarily trust the service?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those situations where there's kind of a trade-off between the functionality and having your data readily available wherever you are to everybody in the world, but also it's kind of everybody's responsibility to make sure that stays secure. A responsible web host will make sure that the server is constantly patched to make sure it's got the latest security updates, latest maintenance updates, to make sure everything's secure from that point of view. But similarly, the client as well, you know, secure passwords are the big obvious one there. There's some scary stats on how quickly passwords can be broken these days if they're dictionary based or number based, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's just about having that awareness of security, and a good web host will also explain that to you and help you through that process.
Great.
I think that's the top tip, isn't it? And we're at 1:45 already.
Yeah, that's the time, Matt. Well, thanks for coming on, Matt. It's been interesting to find out about what you do and the services you provide. We're going to put this on YouTube, so anybody wants to go over and rewatch what we've been talking about, if you missed it at the beginning, go on to the YouTube channel and have a look. And thanks, Matt, from Nimbus Hosting. And no doubt we'll see you on the Twitter stream.
Absolutely. So can I say one more thing? We love working with HertsHour businesses. If anybody wants to drop us a line, an email, just mention HertsHour and we'll give you a 10% discount for life on that. So just drop us a line if we can.
Ooh, 10% discount for life. Wow.
Indeed.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt.
All right, no worries. Pleasure. Thank you both.
Cheers.
See you. Bye.
Bye.